Hey friends, family, fellow business owners, I want to say hello, happy Thankful Thursday. I wanted to come on here live from my front porch because it's a beautiful day. I had my top down on my convertible and of course my mind gets thinking. And I was thinking about when I first started and the woman that I was and the things that I used to tell myself before I started this digital business. And if this may be a version of you, I don't know, if you've been watching me for a long time and you're just on the edge of really wanting to know more. And I was the one that doubted. I was the one that maybe hesitated at times, and I put things off. And I almost talked myself out of this business before it even happened. But a lot of things happened and I had enough. And you get to that point in your life that you're tired of doing the same thing and not really enjoying the life that you thought you would be. It gets me emotional thinking about it because life was passing by and I was scared. I had nothing saved for retirement. Tim was having his troubles with his back that morning that we didn't think he was going to walk again. Our neighbor passed away. It was just so many things. And it's like, Jay, you got this one life. And that was the day, that was the night actually. My husband had gone to bed and I kept seeing this webinar pop up. And I finally watched it. And basically the rest is history. I paid the $149, I got more information, and I jumped in and I started this digital business, not knowing where to start, not knowing anything to do with business, not having any tech background. You know, I knew how to turn on a computer and a little bit of social media, but I just knew the way this system was set up in a business in a box that I knew it was all going to be given to me. The training was step by step, they said, and video form. So I like that. I'm a visual learner, and I didn't doubt myself anymore. I learned as I went, step by step. And, you know, there was a lot of great days and there was a lot of down days. Sure, it's up and down, right? Because it's a business and it's not the business part. It's myself. And what I kept telling myself, Jay, just do it. You can, I basically trained my brain to, you can do whatever you put your mind to. And I'm telling you that the same way because I've proven it. You can do anything you put your mind to. And if I can sit across from you now or myself 5 years ago, this is what I would say. I know you're afraid. I know you're afraid of getting out of that comfort zone because it's what you know. And I know you tried things before and they didn't go the way you hoped. But this time it's different. Not because you're different, because now you've got a system that works. That's a proven system. And in a community that has your back. And you don't need to be fearless, just willing, really just willing to learn and unlearn some things too. And willing to show up for yourself. Guys, I can't even tell you how my life has changed, all because I stepped out of my comfort zone. And you can do the same. You know, I know life is funny sometimes. You know, we tend to do the same things over and over and over. I mean, I'm a little old school. I was taught, go to school, right? And you work till you're 65 and hopefully you got your health and some money in the bank, and then you can start traveling and things like that. I wanted that sooner. But I didn't know how. I mean, I taught young children for a very long time. That's what I knew to do. I went to school for that. But I said, Jay, this is a whole business in a box. Like, you could have your own digital business. How cool is that? To this day, I'm the CEO of J-Way Live. And you would have the same. You know, this would be your digital business. You name it. Most people name it off their name because we are registered. It's a taxable business. But I would tell you the same thing I would be telling myself. You can do it. You know, you don't have to reinvent anything. We give you all the tools, the training to be successful. people that have gone on. You know, sometimes I sit here and I remember when I started my business and I was just learning, and I just went step by step, like the trainings in an order. So, you know, if you just follow that, and I would ask questions, and I was shy, and just even my confidence that has grown since starting, and the people that I get to inspire, and the people that continually inspire me. And that is pretty rare, because just to be surrounded by a community of people that really do have your back has been probably one of the best things about this business. And yes, it's great having the checks coming to the mail. Absolutely. Because it changes the way I'm living my life. When I started, I taught, 35, 40 hours a week. Now I'm resigned. I 2 years into my business, I built my business so that I can do this and do stuff like this. And I just came back. Actually, I haven't been to Walmart in forever. I was looking around in the garden section. It was so nice in the middle of the day to be able to go. And the other day I stopped and said hi to my mom, and we got these planted here, the calla lilies. Look at, they're all from seed there, from the bulbs, I should say. And just, I don't know, things that, how you used to always have on your list to do, but you never really had the time, or you had to do it at nights or weekends. I have that time freedom, and I set my own schedule. So I would totally tell, if you're the same person I was 5 years ago, just step. It's just that first step. I remember I pushed that button, I paid that $149. It was refundable. I mean, I didn't have any risk. I just wanted to get more information. And I did that, and I started. And I get giddy about it because it's like, and I couldn't even have the goal to tell my husband until 2 days later. I said, just so you know, I started my own digital business. And he's like, what? So, you're always going to get people that are going to be naysayers, that you're always going to get people that are skeptical, and it's okay to be skeptical, right? It's good to have some fear, for sure. Our bodies, that's how our brains work. But this is a proven, legitimate system that's been around for years, and it's just changing the lives. That's why we come on here, to show you what it has done for me, what it has done for thousands of others, and just everyday people. And I think that stepped out of their comfort zone. So, I think now forward, 5 years into my business, some of the things that I love, just not waking up feeling stuck or overwhelmed. That was that's the neatest feeling. Not having to drive in bad weather. I can just curl back up in my bed. Not having to wake up to alarm clock. And building something meaningful, right? You can build this alongside what you're doing. And then until it replaces your income and then some, then you can make choices for your life. And something that actually feels aligned with who I am. I get to be myself. Like when you come on J-Way Live, this is me. And, I try to educate about the business and show you my lifestyle because of this business. And it's just been a blessing. It really has. All because I took that step. And you can too. We just have to take action. That's the only difference, really. And it's not about income. Like I said, that's amazing, but freedom, peace, joy, simplicity, and knowing that I'm part of a community that believes in growth and abundance and helping others. It's priceless. And, I just can't imagine me not doing this business. And when I was thinking about, I was talking to another lady that just came into the business, and she's a little bit older than me. I'm 53, she's 62. And she said, Jay, I can build this. So even when I retire, I have a business that's bringing in the money. Exactly. And that's what it is. It's that financial security that you don't have to rely on anybody else to make the decisions for you. Just recently, my husband had a rotator cuff surgery. He was off for 4 months. He has his own business. You don't get paid, right? He didn't get paid, but my checks came to the mail, right? I work online. He works physically, like fixing, renovations. That's the power of the digital business, because you can take it anywhere. And we travel all the time because I can take it in my phone or my laptop, as long as there's Wi-Fi. It's very portable. And I was saying to my husband, we can go away for the whole winter if we want, because he really likes what he does. But, you know, we can do that because I'll still get paid, and my business still runs 24/7. Doesn't matter where I am. And I was just reflecting on that today. And if it was me again, I would just say, Jay, go do it. And I'm telling, you know, people that watch me, just do it, right? Find out anyways, get the information. I knew for me as a teacher, I wanted something legit. I wanted something I could put my name behind, and I wanted something high commission. I didn't want to sell, and I didn't want to bug people, and I didn't want to have house parties and all that. I've been there, done that. And, you know, it's been so much more. We leverage social media, and we give you a proven system that builds the funnel for you. Automated emails, automation. I mean, it does the selling for you, so you can enjoy the things that really matter to you. And you have to plug into your business every day. I would be your coach. You know, we could work through. You're never alone. And that was a really drawing thing for me, because I was almost 48 when I started, and I thought, I don't really know what to do and where to start. And I just love that this whole business in a box. It's like no different if I went and bought a Timmy's, right? I don't have to, I mean, I'm not spending that, but having all that to learn. This is digital, you know, and a fraction of the cost. And the commission is so high that it's a life changer. It really is. When I started making in a day what I could make 2 months teaching, it was a no-brainer. It was definitely working smarter, not harder. You know, and it's all because I stepped out of my comfort zone and knew that I deserve more. And you do too. You know, life's for living and enjoying. And really, I would suggest to you just to really think about the things that you want to do for your life. I remember when I was in my 20s, and I was married when I was 26, and all your dreams and things, and then that goes by. Now you're in your 30s, hoping that you're going to do this, but then you get into your job, and it's that daily struggle, right? And waiting for Fridays, and hoping for that week or 2 weeks a year off. And that's not a way to live. I was tired of that, actually. That was a big pull for me to say, Jay, come on, you know, find out more. I watched that webinar. Tonight it's live, actually, at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's always Tuesdays and Thursdays live, and you can catch the latest replay, which I believe I'm on. And see from there, right? You have the power to choose, and it has to be a good fit for you. And if you are ready, pay the $149. You'll get into our system that you're going to learn everything in detail. The business model, the company we're affiliated with, the high ticket products we get our commission from. It'll lay out the whole commission structure, how it works, and how you get paid. I'm in Canada, so I get a T4A. It's taxable, and I get my checks in the mail. So, you know, there's no risk. It's a 30-day, you know, refundable, and it's either for you or it's not. And, you know, we can have a one-on-one call so that if you have any questions, or Zoom, and then as you get going in your business and get started, you know, we'll be Zooming. You're not going to be alone. And I don't know, it's been a blessing for me and thousands of others. I get, actually, when business owners come in and that have seen my ad or watch me here, and I've inspired them to just take that step. And so that's what I'm doing today. If anybody's watching that, or just, it's just information. That's what it is. And I felt no pressure when I came in. I remember that, you know, it was fully refundable, and I had nothing to lose, but I really wanted to get the information to see if it was something that fit me. And it has. And it's been 5 years, probably a little bit over 5 years now. And I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor, really. And, you know, if you can put aside 1 to 2 hours a day and build your business, you can do this. I did alongside teaching for 2 years until I pushed the button and resigned, gave up my seniority. And, you know, you can too. So reach out if you have any questions. But again, www.jwaylive.ca. That's where you register, put your name and email in there, and we'll send you that webinar, the latest one, or you can catch the live tonight at 8 Eastern. And see if it's a fit for you. Have a good night, everybody, and enjoy this beautiful day if you live here in Ontario. The birds are singing too, so it's awesome. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Ciao.